I know I look atrocious right now. Ugh. I hate being on camera with no makeup on, especially as my skin is a mess. But I wanted to show you guys my morning and evening skincare routine. I have had to change things up a bit because if you've been watching me since the beginning, since I started my channel, I had severe breakouts of cystic acne. And all this right here is just the scarring and redness from it. I look really red right now. I don't know if it's lighting or whatnot, but in real life, I don't actually look that red. This camera is actually making me look a lot worse. So I think it's the lighting, but you can see where my little bit of scarring is. That will hopefully fade over time. And I do have sunspots and all that good stuff from tanning. So I am trying to take better care of my skin. I've always been pretty big on skincare routines, at least since having children, and I had children young, so I've been taking care of it for a while. But because I have kids, I always have dark circles and puffiness and all of that, and I'm on new medication for high blood pressure, which also makes my skin freak out. And I'm about to start my girl time, so my skin is extra freaky right now. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys my morning routine and night routine. So I'm going to show you guys what I do in the morning right now, and then I'll be back later to show you guys my get unready with me. So the first thing I do when I wake up, which I've already done, is wash my face. So lately I've been using these little Honolulu packets that they're a cleanser. They're a powder cleanser, and what I do is I just pour it in my hands, rub it I make sure my hands are wet, pour it in my hands, and then kind of go over my face. It immediately turns to soap. I got these to try out from Ipsy. So when I'm not using these, I usually just use my Biore face cleanser, or I'll use my Estee Lauder face cleanser. In the winter months though, the Estee Lauder one dries me out really, really bad. But it's really great at taking off makeup. So I usually like to use the Biore in the morning and the Estee Lauder at night if I have makeup that I'm trying to get out of my pores. So when I'm using this, like I said, I put it in my hands and rub it together and then put it on my face. And then I take my little, actually it's still kind of wet from earlier. I take my Ulta face scrubby and just go in and really work that, clean out my pores. I have really ginormous pores, so this makes sure it gets all up in there and cleanses off any dead skin. I know a lot of people like the Clarisonic and all that good stuff. I'm someone who doesn't like to spend a lot of money, so excuse me one moment. My kids are fighting right now. Anyway, so what was I saying? I go in with this, clean out and all of that. So in the morning, what I do is I will, like I said, I'll take this, put it in my hands, put it on my face, and then I take this Ulta little face scrubby and just work that on my face, get a nice foam going, make sure I get deep in the pores. And I really, really love this. The bristles are just firm enough, they're just soft enough, they're firm enough to where they get in, but they're soft enough to where they don't irritate my skin. And I think I only paid $20 or $30 for this, and the little heads are only $8 to replace, and it comes with two. It also comes with one that is a sponge as well, so you get two different heads on it, and I think you can purchase all kinds of different ones for it. I know everybody likes the Clarisonic ones, but I'm somebody who likes to save some monies, save some dollars. So I really, I bought this, I'm like, it's 20 bucks, you know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, because I saw mixed reviews online. I didn't feel like I was going to be out, whereas if I bought one of the Clarisonic ones and spent over $100, or the Mia, or, you know, anything like that, I would have been out a lot more money, and I've been really happy with this. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on good skincare. You can try this one out. Like I said, Ulta, $20, and it works amazing. I've been using it for about 6 months or more, probably even close to a year, and it's still running great. I've only had to change the batteries once. I do change this little head on it at least monthly, sometimes every couple weeks, only because I use it like 2 times a day, so I wear mine down quite a bit. So anyway, I start off with this, and then let's go to the next step. This is something new I've been using thanks to BoxyCharm, is the Dr. Brandt Pore Dermabrasion. I actually had the other one. It comes in a black bottle. I use this every couple of days. I'd say every 2 or 3 days. And this is just an exfoliator. You have to be really careful and gentle with it, because if you go in too hard with it, you're going to get tears in your skin, little micro tears. But because I have very large pores, I do like to use an exfoliator, and because I have dry skin, I like to use an exfoliator. This is supposed to get deep down in the pores. I don't know if it does, but I do know it makes my skin feel great. What I do with this is I take it on my palms of my hands, gently massage it, especially in the drier areas and around my nose and around my chin, in the middle of my forehead, and just gently rub it in. And then you want to leave it on for a few minutes. I believe it recommends 1 to 2 minutes, and it says allowing 3 days in between applications. So I've been using it right. Go me. Yeah, and you just leave it on for a couple of minutes and wash it off, and your face feels so freaking clean, and it doesn't feel really dried out like a lot of them do. So that's why I really like this one. It can be kind of costly. I think I paid 75 or 80 bucks for the black one like this, and I think this one's the same exact price. So don't quote me on that, but it's definitely worth it because it lasts a really long time. Oh, sorry, I had to put some eye drops in my eyes. My contacts are drying out. So anyway, the next thing I do is go in with my toner on a cotton round. I just get these usually at the dollar store. These ones are kind of cheap and crappy, so I usually like to get them at least Walmart or Ulta, because they're a little bit thicker and sturdier. But I was at the dollar store, so I picked some up, and I go in with the Dickinson's toner. This one's the original Witch Hazel Pore Perfecting Toner. I originally tried this. I got it sent to review from Influencer for free. Fell in love with it, and I went out and purchased another bottle, and as you can see, I'm almost done with this one. So I'm now going to be going on to my 3rd bottle. I like it so much. So what I do is I just take one of these little cotton rounds. I'm using the rest of what I have left from just the Equate Beauty brand, and then I pour a little bit on the cotton round. I like these ones from Equate because they have 2 sides. They have a soft side, and they have kind of like a little scrubby side. So first I go over it with the little scrubby side, and this helps just brighten everything back up. I believe it's supposed to help close the pores up after you wash it. I know a lot of people think that it's supposed to take what little remnants of your makeup off or oils off that your cleanser didn't get, but that's actually not true. If you have stuff left on your little cotton round from after you cleanse, then you need to wash your face a little bit more. This is not supposed to be an additional cleanser. And don't forget to take it down your neck, you guys. A lot of people, when they're doing their skincare routine, forget about their neck, but your neck is just as important. If you see a lot of older women with their face looks really smooth and pretty, and then their neck looks all that's, I mean, you want to prevent the signs of aging on your neck as well. Usually those women though that have the wrinkles on their neck, it's just because they had a lot of work done to their face and not their neck. I don't think you can get Botox on your neck though, so they're kind of screwed. That's another thing, you guys. I do get Botox at least twice a year, and I'm actually due. I'm supposed to go in sometime this month and get mine. I know when I can start moving my eyebrows, that's when my Botox is worn off. Because when you get your Botox done, you can't move your eyebrows at all. It kind of freezes the muscle. But it helps take care of the texture right here. I don't have crow's feet yet, but I get it done right here. And then I have a little line that's starting right here. A lot of people don't realize that you want to get Botox before your lines start getting too deep, as a preventative thing, because once they start getting deeper, it's harder to smooth them out and it costs a lot more money. You're going to need a lot more Botox. So with me starting it a lot earlier, I just have to go in for little touch-ups and it keeps it nice and smooth, and I don't have to spend as much money. So I'm all for the Botox. I wasn't going to get it, but then when I went and got my lips done, which I'm also due for, my lady's like, yeah, we can take care of this little wrinkle that's starting right there, and boom, bang, gosh dang, we sure did. The next thing I want to get done is fillers right here. I have deep smile lines from these big old chipmunk cheeks. So I want to get my smile lines done, but that's it. I don't want to do much more to my face. I'm done at that. It's not for everybody, you guys. It's just what makes me feel better about myself. And now that I'm in my 30s, I don't like the wrinkles. So yeah. Anyway, moving on to the next step. For daytime, what I like to do, I have different steps at night. Normally I would put on a serum, but I think I'm out of the serum that I've been using. So I'm actually going to go in with this Pond's Rejuvenous Anti-Wrinkle Cream. This one works really great. I have a couple bottles of this. This, though, you'll want to wear a sunscreen with this, because if not, you will end up burning. It makes your skin really sensitive, and I just take a little brush and just kind of dab it on my face, get it on there. And then normally if I had the sponge tip on my little Ulta face scrubby thing, I would just use that to work this in. This really, for drugstore, it's very cheap, but this works so well in reducing signs of wrinkles. A lot of places, or a lot of companies, claim to reduce the size of wrinkles, and they don't actually work, but this one is the only one that I've seen actually works. It works in about 2 weeks. I know Walgreens has a knockoff version of it that works really well, that I recommend, and I've seen other women on YouTube talk about the Walgreens version, but I like the Pond's one a lot better, and women have been using it for years and swear by it. Now, I don't recommend tugging on your face as much as I am. It's better to pat this in, but I need to get it smeared out, and then I go back in and just pat it in, so it's getting, especially where my wrinkles are the worst. And I'm telling you, in 2 weeks' time, you will start to see a difference. I need to go and take some on to my neck. Like I say, don't neglect your neck and your chin, because you don't want your face to be all smooth and pretty and your neck to be all dried out and wrinkly. It's just not pretty. So I'm just taking that down my neck. I'm just going to smooth that out. I'm telling you, with all the money that I've spent on taking care of my face, I better look at least this age by the time I'm like 60 years old. I'm telling you, or all these companies are getting sued. Just kidding, just kidding. Okay. So now that we have that on there, I want that to set in for a few minutes. You kind of want to give, you kind of want to give a couple minutes in between each step just to let the product soak in and dry into your face. If not, I feel like when you're just slabbing on products one after the other, you are almost making it to where you have too much on. At least I feel like it doesn't all soak in. It kind of just sits on top of your skin and you don't give it all a chance to soak in because there's just so much built up on your face. So I already feel this drying down. This one is so amazing, you guys. It feels so amazing on my face and it just gives it a nice radiant glow. And yeah, just let it soak in a couple of minutes and then move on to your next step. Okay, so for daytime, I like to use, especially before makeup, just this e.l.f. Daily Hydration Moisturizer. I have fallen in love with this, you guys. I swear by it. I used to use a ton of expensive moisturizers. I mean, a ton. I love my Lancome ones, but those are super expensive. I love Estee Lauders as well, but again, super expensive, and I didn't see as much payoff with my Estee Lauder ones. I've used all different kinds. I'm telling you, I've probably tried almost everything on the market, and for the price point with this and the way it feels underneath my makeup, I love it. And my face has felt so soft, and I feel like it's just been a culmination of everything I've been using, especially what I've been using at night. I cannot wait to show you guys. And then on top of the e.l.f., especially when I use this Pond's one, like I said, you need to have a sunscreen. So on top of the e.l.f., what I like to go in with, especially because I need sunscreen with the Pond's, is I like to use this L'Oreal Age Perfect facial oil, and it's got an SPF 30. I especially love this when I have really dry skin, or because I have dry skin too, if I'm going to be using a really matte foundation, this is amazing too. So I like using both of these in conjunction. What I'll usually do is take a few pumps, like 4 or 5 pumps. Trust me, I use a lot. I slather it on and I'll shake this up, especially in the wintertime. This stuff is great. It's like liquid gold. And I literally just go in with like 2 or 3 drops. Okay, 4, I lied. Okay, and then I just mix them together in my hands. And then I just slather it all on my face. Oh my god, my kids are being so on me right now. They don't listen for anything when their dad's not here. I swear. When he's here, they're so good. And when it's just me here, they don't listen. They don't care. So anyway, I like to just press this in to my neck and a little bit down to my chest. I just love this mixture, and it's almost a little bit tacky at first too. So if you want to give it a couple of minutes, wait for it to sink in, and then you can go in with your makeup. So as you can see, my skin has a lot more glow and luminosity to it. I'm definitely not someone that can go without makeup, you guys, just because of how I've treated my skin over the years. I'm not somebody who I would consider naturally beautiful anymore. I used to not wear makeup a lot in high school, but I also had amazing skin. One day I'll have to show you guys pictures of my high school. I wore a lot of eye makeup, but I didn't have to wear foundation or powder or anything like that. And plus, I also had eyebrows back then. So, big difference. So yeah, I've had to start taking a lot better care of my skin, but before you put makeup on, you want to make sure you have a nice fresh base, you guys. Like, that is the most important thing. Even if you're like me and you're somebody who has red blotches or acne scarring, and you're somebody who has to wear foundation to feel confident, you want to make sure you have a nice pretty canvas to start on. So as you can see, it's just glowing and hydrated, and we're gonna let this soak in. I'm gonna go ahead and put my makeup on and get ready to go and take my hubby to dinner for his birthday a little bit later. So yeah, I will be back tonight to show you how I get undone. Okay, dolls, I am back. So now it's like 9 o'clock at night, and I am ready to get undone, take all of this cake face off. Lasted pretty good today, I will say. Haven't had to touch up. The only part I ever have issues with my makeup throughout the day, it's not even really my nose anymore because I baked the crap out of it. It's my eyes. Because of my contact lens wearer, especially in the winter, the cold air and the wind makes my eyes water so bad. And during the springtime, I have bad allergies, so they're watering constantly, and it drives me crazy. So that's the only issue that I have throughout the day, is having to touch up like a little bit around my tear ducts and all that good stuff. So anyway, we are gonna take the cake face off. So first, where is it? Where are my makeup wipes? I thought I brought them. Okay, so first I'm actually gonna start off by putting on, normally I do this a little more set up, you know, at my vanity and having to drag everything over here. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on a headband. I keep a plethora of these headbands around, as you guys have seen. I'm gonna pull this back. Well, you guys know how to wash a face, you know. Oh my god, my hair looks cray. I always like my hair way out of my face. I cannot stand, like, I don't know how people on YouTube or how people period do their makeup with their hair like down. I have to have mine like pushed back, pulled back out of the way. Like, I can't stand it. So I'm going to take off my little lashes, and luckily I didn't put very much glue on, so they're not really messing with me today. And we're about to get unready, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna take the Neutrogena face wipes. I use the fragrance-free ones. I made the switch to these. Oh, sorry if you hear the TV in the background. My hubby's watching TV, and I'm filming right here because it's the best light in the house at 9 o'clock at night. So anywho, actually, it's the best light during the day too. So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking all of this cake off. Ooh, look at this. What a difference. Makeup does wonders, such wonders. It always makes me sad taking off my makeup at the end of the day. I mean, I like, you know, starting over and painting a fresh canvas, but it always makes me sad, especially like when you have a super bomb beat, you know. It always makes me sad to have to go in and ruin it. But I cannot stand sleeping in my makeup. I used to do it a lot, like during my college years when I'd go party. I'd just come home and crash out. God, I took like such horrible care of my skin back then. But once I had kids and my kids started giving me wrinkles, it changed my life. Totally changed my life. I always kind of wore like moisturizer, but I never did more than that. Like, I didn't have a whole skincare routine until probably, I'd say, by my second son. About 24 is when I really started. really taking better care of my skin. Oh my god. I probably should check out my contacts too, but oh well. Okay, so now we're gonna go wash our face using the Honolulu cleanser, powder cleanser. I'm kind of tired if you can't tell. And my little Ulta face scrubby. So we're gonna go get this all clean and we will be right back. All right, now that we're all nice and clean, I'm gonna go in with my Dickinson's toner, the original Witch Hazel Pore Perfecting Toner. Just squeeze some out. I probably use way too much. Don't care, because I'm extra like that. And we're just gonna go in and brighten up our skin and close up our pores. Actually, I don't think it closes up the pores. It shouldn't, considering we do this before moisturizer and we want our pores to be open for that. So I don't know. I couldn't even tell you everything that it does. Let's see here. It refreshes skin, refines pores, removing excess dirt and oil and makeup residue without over drying, which is actually untrue, because I was actually told when I was going through like my little Cosmo class that you shouldn't see any excess dirt or makeup on your little pad when you are doing the toner. But I like using Witch Hazel because it's not as harsh on your skin as some other like toners that may have alcohol in them, and it's not as drying. So Witch Hazel is just an old school way to tone up, and this has been around forever and a day, so that's why I trust it. Okay, so one thing I've been trying out a lot lately, I love doing serums, especially at night, is this Skin Medica rejuvenating hydrator, and I got this through the place that I get my Botox and lip injections from. Like when you're like a gold member or whatever, they send you free gifts and stuff. But I have fallen in love with this. It's the HA5 or HA5, I don't know. This stuff is the bomb. Very expensive, but to me, and you don't get very much, so it's kind of but it's so worth it. My face feels like velvet after I use this. Like just within a couple of days of using it, I've noticed such a difference. So to me, it's worth the hefty price tag. With serums, you more want to press it into your skin. I do rub it a little bit just to get the product smeared around, but for the most part, you do just want. I'm definitely going to be buying the full size of this, because I'm telling you, I have not found a serum that makes my face feel the way that this one does. This one is just like velvet. I'm telling you. It's very, very hydrating. It's supposed to also help minimize wrinkles. And if you've ever tried any of Skin Medica's stuff or products, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you can tell a difference with using them within days. Not even days, like within like one day you can tell. Ugh, I hate eyelash glue. It's so hard to get off my eyelashes, no matter how much I freaking wash it. Sorry. I was just looking at my red fingerprint. So with whatever is left over on my hands, I usually take it down my chest area, but you want to make sure you get your neck as well. And oh my god, my face feels amazeballs. So after I've let that set in for a couple of minutes, I go in and use an eye cream, and I'm out of my other one, so I'm using the Neutrogena Healthy Eye or Healthy Skin Eye Cream. This is just one that I've had left over. This one I'm not too fond about, but I don't want to go without an eye cream because you don't apply as much pressure. You want to take your ring finger and just take a little pearl size amount and just kind of pat that in. And I also like to take it up here and out to the side. Remember, your eyes have different or thinner skin than the rest of your face, so you definitely want a separate moisturizer just for your eyes, so that way it can penetrate through to the little tiny pores. So just pat that in. Okay. So last step before I go to bed, I'll usually use one of two things. I'll usually use some kind of night mask or a really thick moisturizer. So the night mask I've been using lately is this BRTC Jasmine Waterful Sleeping Pack. I really like this one. I got this, I think, in Ipsy or Birchbox. I can't remember. And then for an inexpensive, really good thick moisturizer, I do like the L'Oreal ones. L'Oreal, the collagen moisturizer is actually my favorite, but I think I might be out of it because I couldn't find it. So I have my Age Perfect Hydra Nutrition. This one is for a little bit older ladies, but because my skin's freaking out, I've been buying things that maybe are a little bit too old for me because I want to pump in as much collagen as I can. This says to use every morning and night. This is a good day and night cream, but it's so thick. I actually don't recommend it for daytime. I think it's better as a night cream. I like thinner ones for the day, especially if you're going to be cake face like me. So with this, I just take a brush. Let me see if I can find, is this the brush I was using? Oh yeah, this is clean. We can use this. Okay, so I just take a flat brush like this, like either a foundation brush or a concealer brush, and I just dig in. Ooh, way too much. That's okay. I always feel like, especially at night, there's never too much. The thing is too much moisturizer. I feel like, at least for me, I like to pack it on. Because I just want to wake up to super moisturized skin. See, this one is so freaking thick. It takes so much to work it in. It's the only thing that I don't like about it is it's so thick, but at the same time, because it's thick, I really feel like it's protecting my face. But I really have to push and work this one in to get it in there because it's so thick. I don't feel like it absorbs as well, so I gotta work it in a little bit more than I normally would any other moisturizer. It'd help if I had two hands available. God, it's so thick. And then the last very not exciting step is I just take my contacts out. It's not very exciting, and it probably will gross a lot of you out, but it's gotta be done. So yeah, that is the last step, and now I'm blind. I can't see anything until I get my glasses on. you will never see me in glasses like throughout the day. The only time I wear them is at night before I go to bed. That is all. And booyah, complete. I am now ready for bed. So now you guys have seen my face routine before I put on the face and taking the face off. Nothing too exciting, but I think it's always interesting to kind of see other girls' face routines, how much they go through to before they put their face on, and how much work it takes to take the face off. Your skincare routine is definitely a routine all in itself, let me tell you. Like, mine takes me probably almost as long to put on my makeup. You know, I spend more time getting ready to put on makeup than I probably do putting on makeup. You know what I mean? So anyway, not that exciting, but I just thought I'd share my routine with you gals. So anyway, that is all I have for you guys today. Again, we're really close to hitting our 300 subscribers. So share my videos, share my channel, and we can get closer to another giveaway for you guys. So anywho, love you all. Thank you so much for all your love, you guys. And if you have any video suggestions, feel free to put them down in the comments and let me know what you guys want to see. All right, you guys have a wonderful night or day whenever you're watching this. Bye.